Welcome to Sports Report Radio, the Purdue Boilermakers on Sports Report Radio on the phone. This guy was a fabulous contributor to the Purdue Boilermakers, Evan Boudreaux. Evan, welcome to the Purdue Boilermakers on Sports Report Radio.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hey, Evan, what's it like? You're a Midwest guy, went out to the East Coast for college in the beginning, transferring to Purdue. I shouldn't say transfer after you graduated, but what was it like for you to play in the Midwest close to friends and family with Purdue the last couple of years?
You know, it was really fun. It was great that, my family lives really close by, so they were able to drive to games. And, I had a bunch of buddies from my hometown up north of Chicago. Just having a lot of people who were able to come and have that support meant a lot to me, and it was really cool to have, my 2 years there.
Hey, Evan, so you graduated from Dartmouth early in 3 years, is that correct? You were in the Ivy League for 3 years out there?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yep.
What was that like, a Midwest guy going out east? I mean, was the style of basketball different out there with the Ivy League?
It was definitely different. I had been familiar with the school a little bit, just because my mom and my brother went there. But, basketball-wise, it was definitely different. I mean, it's a really good league, and it's a league that, almost every year, at least wins a game in the tournament, and, or beats at least a couple high majors during the regular season. So the basketball is really, it's still a high level, and it's still really competitive. I think what's cool is the Ivy League has their own, scheduling where we play every Friday, Saturday, and, only recently did we get our conference tournament. So it's a league that had a lot of tradition. And that was something that I loved coming to the Big Ten for, was, playing at a school with a bunch of tradition. I thought that was really, really cool.
Hey, Evan, let's talk about those. Let's talk about those fans at Purdue. I mean, let's face it. The paint crew right there. I mean, literally right on the court. What's it like to step out on that court at Purdue and see the fans, the students, and everybody right there cheering you guys on, whether it's a good game, a bad game, winning, losing? The fans are always there. What's it like for a player to play on a team that with just awesome fan support?
Oh, it's incredible, and that was one of the things I think I'll remember the most from my time at Purdue was just the unbelievable support, like you said. I mean, it's crazy when you get 14,000 at an exhibition game, and they're always there, and being able to come out of that tunnel and see the entirety of Mackey filled, which is no easy feat, and somehow we do it every game. So it's awesome. As a player, it helps you because you see the fans getting into it, and you feed off their energy, and them being loud, and let me tell you, they are the loudest fans I've ever seen in my whole life. There are a lot of times where we couldn't even hear ourselves, on the court, which is awesome. It makes things so hard for opponents, and gives us, I think, a little bit of extra jolt when we're in games. So that was definitely one of the highlights of my Purdue career, was being able to play in front of the paint crew and all the fans.
Hey, Evan, academics are obviously important to you. I call Purdue the Ivy League of the Midwest, but with academics, what was it like academics for you at Purdue, and how important is that with academics graduating from the Ivy League? Then, did you get a master's from Purdue? Is that what you're getting at Purdue? Is that what you're in the master's program there at Purdue?
Yeah. Yep. I'll be graduating with a master's in May.
But what's education like? I mean, education's obviously important, but for athletes that are playing in college, maybe want to go professional, but just academics, how important was that for you and your decision when you looked at Purdue after graduated from the Ivy League?
Yeah, it was definitely a consideration for me. Obviously, Purdue has a really great reputation in the academic world, and it's a degree that holds a lot of weight. For me, I was fortunate where I was able to take a master's program that afforded me flexibility and let me, really, both focus on being the best basketball player I could, but also, learn a little bit about management and how to, manage people in a corporation and work with people and in a professional environment. And those are skills that I'm, really looking forward to being able to take into my professional career. For me, when I left Dartmouth, a big part of it was I wanted to play, at a high level basketball school, but at the same time, when you're getting the opportunity to get a master's, definitely getting one from a place like Purdue, was definitely a great bonus.
Hey, Evan, let's talk about your career. What do you want to do moving forward? Do you think that possibly maybe playing overseas basketball for you, or do you just step right into the business world? What's it look like for you moving forward after graduating and coming up in the next month or so?
Yeah, I've talked about potentially playing overseas. Obviously with everything that's going on with the virus right now, that's a little bit up in the air, just because things aren't, so great over in Europe right now, and they're not great here either. But, I just don't know if that's going to be an option this coming year. So, right now I'm just kind of focusing on spending time with my family that I've kind of missed out on over the past couple of years. If the opportunity to go to Europe, it isn't worth it with the current state of affairs, then, I'll probably look to start my business career. But yeah, I'm kind of taking things, as they come right now, just because everything's so fluid, and, kind of wait and see.
Hey, Evan, I appreciate you taking about 10 minutes of your time, talking to us on the Sports Report Radio Network for the Purdue Boilermakers. I look forward to following your career, whether it's your professional basketball career or maybe catching up with you in the future as a business leader in the career, because our goal with these shows is to kind of highlight the Purdue players, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, and we look forward to following your professional career, whatever you choose moving forward. But Evan, thanks so much for taking the time. I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on.